What's up, guys? So today we're going to continue where we left off on this website. We're not going to do too much today. The one thing that I want to do today is I want to work on the header a little bit and make it a little bit more responsive. I don't want to make the rest of the content very responsive and make it, spread out to the entire width of the screen for desktops, because I really want to keep this towards a mobile first approach, and I really like that design. I like the keeping the column. The nice thing about going with a mobile approach design is you get this nice compacted view that still looks good when you pull it apart, and it's on just a larger width. Like, it still looks uniform and looks good. So I just want to modify the header a little bit to make that stand out more and be a bit more prominent for those few people who do load this on a desktop browser. And other than that, that's all I really want to get done in this video. In another video, we're gonna work on getting in some CSS variables and using some JavaScript to change those live in the browser so that we can manipulate our dark theme and our light theme. So if this isn't a video you want to see, if you're not into just making this a little bit more responsive, just go ahead and skip this video. It's a pretty simple and basic video, and if you want to see the one with the CSS variables, just go ahead and wait one more week. That should be out next weekend. So anyways, let's go ahead and jump into this project. Alright, so I've gone ahead here and I've opened up the website, started the server here, so it's just running on my local host. And right now, just to go through this real quick, we have really accomplished pretty close to everything that we needed to do to make this look how we want it to look for mobile. The only thing that we haven't done here really is create the toggle for the colors so that we can have our night theme or our dark theme running at night and our light theme running during the day. However, we're not going to be doing that in this video. We'll do that in another video, but in this video I just want to make this one homepage a little bit more responsive. So as we built this website and we continue to add on to this website in the future, I really want it to be mobile first. It's going to be responsive fully, but the focus is really on the mobile side. The majority of users around the world use their mobile phone to search for things, so that is why I want to go ahead and just stick with this as with a mobile first approach, honestly. But anyways, I do want to make this slightly more responsive. So if I open this up in a new window, you'll see again, it's all in this one single column, which doesn't look bad, but it is not taking up much of this space. And I'm okay with I'm okay with the tight knit, kind of column that we've got going on here. I like that. I don't want to mess with this too much. However, one thing I do want to do is I want to adjust the size of this header section a bit. When you come to this on a desktop, I want to make this this section right here a bit larger so it takes up more of your screen, and you get hit right in the front with this nice tagline and this video for you to go ahead and watch. So that's something I want to go ahead and do in this video. Now, before we jump in here and take a look at this in the code and make this work, I do want to mention that like I just said about the dark theme and the light theme, we will be doing that and we will be adding that. Now, there's a couple ways that we could have done that. If I look at the code here, let's go to the Sass base and styles. So I could generate two separate CSS files, just like we have main right here. Well, technically that would be in our assets and CSS. So we have styles right here. I could go ahead and generate another one of these that says, styles night or whatever, and we can import that and modify our variables for our colors and do it that way. However, that's not very performant, that's not that great, and then to implement those changes we would have to go into use JavaScript and switch our CSS file, which would not look pretty at all. So what we are going to do, again, not in this video, in a later video, but what we will be doing is we're going to convert these Sass variables into CSS variables. Yes, you heard that right. There are CSS variables. If you're watching this far in the future, that's probably not new to you. But anyways, there are CSS variables. They do have some pretty good support, and that is what we're going to use here. The reason we are going to use that, though, is because we can actually use JavaScript to change those CSS variables live right in the browser and have them nicely animate and change in the background. We don't have to have an abrupt cutoff or only allow the colors to be changed when the site or page that you are on gets reloaded. So that's what we're going to be doing in another video. I don't want to get this one too distracted, but I did want to say that and get that out there just so you guys kind of have an idea of what is coming up. So anyways, let's go ahead and let's just take a look at this page. Let's make this responsive, and let's go ahead and see where we might want to make this break a little bit. So the typical browser size, 1280 by 800, I believe. But we're not going to make it break all the way out that far. I think we're going to go ahead and let's make it break. What do you guys feel about 850? Maybe 850 feels pretty good. Because that doesn't feel too bad for a single column, even with that right there. I don't really want to break all this stuff up right now. I like the way it feels compacted together. However, another thing we may do is add more padding to this section, because this does bleed all the way across, but I think I might want to make the section taller when we get to a larger device size. So anyways, let's go ahead and come over here to our code. So I'm gonna grab, let's see, Sass layouts. Let's grab our default, and we are going to want to modify this a little bit. Let's see where we have stuck all of this. This is all in our header. Okay, so let's come back over here, and in our header, let's create a media query. So I'm gonna say, all the way down here, let's say at media screen, and I am getting some interference. Hold on. Okay, I think that's a little better. Anyways, now the tower interference is hopefully gone. So we're going at media screen and max, well, no, min width, because we started small. Well, min, wait, parenthesis, there we go. Min width equals, let's say 850 pixels. Let's just grab the header, and I just want to quickly make sure it's working, so let's just do that right there. Reload this. There we go. It is working. So let's go ahead and modify the width to be 100%. Reload this. And, well, actually, our width is already 100%, isn't it? It should be. Let's take this, and we're going to put this here, because we do want the width to be 100%, and we're constraining it with a max width. So let's go ahead and modify our max width to be 100%. And let's see what this does. Boom. All right, so that is spreading all the way across there. That looks pretty good. Well, for what we want right now. Let's go ahead and give it some padding. Let's see, we already had padding up here. Let's retain the same padding, and we just want to add a little bit. So this is top, right, bottom, and left. So let's make this, let's just go ahead and make this 30 pixels for now. And we'll see how that feels. We can always change that later, but we'll go ahead and do that. And let's see, let's make this not up here, down here. We're gonna make this a display of flex. Flex, direction. Let's go row, justify content, center, align items. Let's say flex start and see if that'll work. Okay, it's kind of close. Can we group... Let's see if we can group these two items here, because they're not grouped. Let's go back to iPhone. Just want to see if we come to the index. Let's go ahead and grab this. And I'm just going to stick it in a div. I'm not going to give this a class, though. We just want to get it grouped. Alright, so that didn't change anything there, but now when we are on this, well, where is that? Responsive. Now that we're here, these two stay together. Now this is not, obviously it's not the styling that we want. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. Center, let's say flex start. What will that do? Nothing. Let's play around with this. The flex row, flex column thing always confuses me. We've got this here, and then we've got the video. All right, so now it's on top of each other. All right, so we had that right the first time. Let's go ahead and make this row. And then let's say justify content, flex start, and then let's modify this one here to center. See if that does it right. That's vertically center. Flex start. We will get there. All right, well, do we have... Okay, we got some stuff on here. Let's see here. We got some good margins. Let's remove our margin from that. Where is it? Hero video and margin. Yeah, all right. Header, hero video, margin 0. There, I think that's what was throwing this off a bit. However, this is not centered this way now. We need to go ahead and let's center. I bet you like 100% I'm gonna get this one wrong. No, okay, wow, I got it right. I am proud. All right, so let's go ahead, and I don't want to restrain the max width to 100% of the browser, because let's see what happens when we do that. I'll shrink this up, and then I'll show you what happens when we expand. It's not bad. It's not bad, but okay, maybe I'm totally... Oh, well, that's right. We got it centered. That's why. So never mind. That works better than I expected it to. However, we do want to remove this pink first off. We don't need that pink anymore. Let's go ahead and increase the height. What is our current height? I think that's... Okay, so we're not setting a current height. Let's set this to be height. Let's go... I don't want it like all the way. Maybe like... Let's try 70 viewport heights and see how that feels. That is quite large, I must say. Not terrible if it's, you know, all the way up here, but that definitely is quite large. Let's go maybe like 45. Viewport heights. Feels a little better maybe. Or maybe we should just go ahead and modify that on the hero video. Hero video. That's not where I need to put that. Now, right now I'm kind of just experimenting around, honestly. I haven't designed this out. I kind of just have a little idea of what I wanted to do here in my head. So we're just gonna fool around here and play with this for a little bit and, you know, see what we can do, see how we can make this look a little more responsive. So let's see. We're modifying this when we get to 850 pixels. Let's say 850 pixels divided by 355. I'm trying to figure out. Okay, so is that like 23% maybe? Let's go. I don't. That's confusing. Let's take this and bump this up 100. And bump this up 100 and see if that remains its size. No, it does not. Okay. So I want to try and do a little bit of math here. Let's see if we can go ahead and figure this out here. So first off, how much width do we want this to take of the viewport width? I think I want this to take up not even half. Let's go like 40%. So let's say the width is 40 viewport widths. Let's see how that feels in width. It's not bad. That actually feels pretty good to me, I think. See if we go full screen. Not too bad. Let's go ahead and try and do the math to get the height here. So I believe this aspect ratio is 16 by 9, sorry. So let's see. I used to know this, but I haven't had to do it recently. 640, and what's 640 divided by 9? 71. That is backwards, I believe. Let's go 40 times 9, 360, divided by 16, 22.5. Let's see if that'll work for us now. 22.5 viewport widths. If this works, okay. Look at that. That worked. That actually worked. How about that? Now that does feel... So now when it breaks, at least it's the same size, but it does start to get really, really big. So we've got this break here, right? Where is it? Right there. Break there. And then it's responsive. And then we need to pick a spot where it doesn't grow any more. So let's go ahead and try and find that sweet spot. I just want to get that a little bit. Let's see. Let me extend this out a little more. But right there, that's 463 pixels wide. It's kind of getting a little large. Maybe if we take this at... No, let's take it here at 1000 pixels. And see what that is. That's 400. So we haven't even increased 100 pixels. We've increased a total of, what's that, 45 pixels. So maybe that's not too bad. 1000. I could live with that. Let's set another media query here. At media screen and min width. Whoops. Let's go 1000 pixels. We're going to set our... Well, here we can just grab it straight from here. 400 by 225. Okay. Header. Hero video. Width. 400 pixels. Height. 225 pixels. Alright. So there. So we got this little responsive bit right there. So, you know, it moves, which doesn't feel too bad. And then it stops growing, and we're just kind of constraining that right there. Now, I'm not 100% sure how much I like this. So let's keep playing with this perhaps a little bit. I think we could adjust the height of this a bit more and then center all of this within that. I think that would look all right. So let's go ahead and just take a quick peek at what we got going on here. I am kind of curious to see, first of all, do we have this stuff grouped? Header, no, we don't have this grouped. So let's go ahead and group this all and see if that will mess up anything. Right there. Let's come over here and refresh this. It did mess that up. It only messes it up here though. Because we're calling the header and then the hero video inside of the header, but that's also inside of another div actually. But I'm confused at how it's not messing this up here. That's what's interesting to me. Div. Alright. And we got the hero video right there. Let's just say class of hero. Well, no, let's go header container. Let's see if this will fix that issue. Still no. What about if we do this? No. All right, well, let's undo all of that. And undo this grouping. And perhaps we can do this a different way. All right. Whoops, where'd that go? So this is what we got right now. Again. Maybe this would look better if we flipped this, because I kind of want the video to be a little more prominent. Let's see if we do flex direction, row, reverse. Okay, that actually, I think that feels pretty good, but obviously the text is not how that needs to be. It needs to push off to the right. So let's grab this and say margin 0 on the top. Let's go 2 rem on the right, and then this will be 0, 0. And let's bump this up. That's nice. I think that feels better there. You know, kind of hangs off to the side. This pushes the text out. I feel like that might be too much of a gap though. Let's reduce that gap just a little bit. Let's go 1.75. Because I want it to feel connected. I feel like that was a little far apart. Okay. So that's cool. Let's go ahead and I really do want to try and center that, but I feel like I'm just going to end up screwing this up if I wrap all of this stuff. However, let's go ahead and I guess let's just give it a try and wrap all of that. Right? Yeah. let's just wrap it. Well, first let's adjust the height of this again and see if we even like it taking up all the height. See, now my thought is maybe we could bring this down here and just have this be in the center of the page. But I don't know if I even like that. This is what I get for not doing a design and messing with this all in the design stage. But you know, just want to play around here. Well, maybe that is okay. Maybe that's not that big of an issue. However, let's go ahead and bump up the padding on these sections at least so we can let it take up some more space, vertical space. Padding is 30 pixels and 10. Let's see, where does this end? Section. So let's go. Well, let's just modify this here. At media, screen and min width. Let's make this. Well, let's do it when we break. So 850, I believe, is when that is. Let's modify the padding. Let's make this 60 and 20. Why not? Keep the ratios. So there, we've got everything a little taller now. Everything but this section. And that really did, I feel like that helped a lot. That gave us a lot of breathing room here. Now we just got to do the same thing for this. So let's grab this bit of code, and because we got this little difference here, this is going to be the only thing we're modifying here. Well, actually, we're going to modify both of these. So padding is now 20 on the left and right. However, this margin is going to be 60, and now this should get a little taller. Ready? Okay, well, I was wrong about that. That didn't work at all. Okay, so we've got padding 0 on the left and right. Well, 0 on the top and 10 on the left and right. And then margin is 30 on the top and bottom and 0 on the left and right. So maybe if we bump this up to 30. Whoops. Pixels. Maybe if we bump that up, it'll increase this now. Okay, there, that increased it a bit. So I think that feels a little better. I do feel like this is very pushed up to the top though, so let's kind of go ahead and push it down. Let's add some padding on the inside. Padding 51 pixels. Where's the break? Right here. Padding. Oh, padding's up there. Padding. Let's go top. Let's do 100. Well, 181. Way too much. How about 100? That's not too bad. Nice break all the way down. Grows a little bit there. I could get used to that. And then here we've got all this stuff. Please don't play. Okay. So this is our light box we got installed. I think that looks sufficient. What do you guys think could be cool, honestly? You know, I mean, my real goal for this whole project, this website, is really just to keep it mobile first approach on this. So I'm not really going in and planning out too much of the desktop views. Now, for every other project I ever do, I always do that. But this one, I really wanted to take that mobile first approach. So I'll give you guys a little bit of freedom here. You know what? You let me know what you think would look cool for this on desktop, or go ahead, give me a mock-up of what you might want to see on desktop, and if I like it, maybe we'll go ahead and build that out and add it in here. That way you guys can be even more a part of this than you are right now. I think that would be fun. But anyways, for making this a little bit more desktop friendly, I think this is pretty good. Obviously, except for this issue that we're having down here again. Why are we having that issue again? I don't see. Top and bottom, that's fine. Left and right, well, that's top and bottom too. Let's see what's pushing this off, because that we don't want, and then we'll be good. Nothing is nothing pushing this off? Well, if that ain't the darndest thing. Okay, well maybe that's it. Is it? Or maybe it's not. I don't know. This here. Okay, let's say box sizing border box. That might fix that weird issue there. Border box. Yeah, there we go. That fixed that. That fixed our problem. Alright, cool. So I think that's good enough for now. Again, I'm not really developing this for anybody on desktop, but if you guys want to provide something that you think you might like or you might think is cool, I might go ahead in here and add it on in. So let me know. Send me whatever you want. My email is down in the description below, I believe, and if you don't see it there, you can always go to the About section of this channel. Alright y'all, that's going to be it for this video. I hope you liked it. Next week we're going to work on getting that light theme and dark theme working and modifying that with JavaScript so that if it's nighttime wherever your current location is, we'll be using the dark theme for all of the color variables, and if it's daytime wherever you are, you'll be using the light theme by default. Maybe in the future we'll work on giving the users a way to toggle that themselves, but right now I just want to keep it tied to, you know, if it's daytime or nighttime, wherever the current person is that is viewing the website. So anyways, I will see you guys next week. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. And if you like the content that I'm creating on this channel, head on over to my Patreon account at patreon.com/Zachary R. Newton, where you can help support this channel and help me create better videos every week.